What's going on, y'all? We got an exciting fight week this week. Saturday. Oh, yeah. By the time I drop this, it'll be Saturday. It's Saturday today, whatever, however you want to look at it. I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna give you my picks going all the way up. I'm gonna start at fight 7 because that's 7 out of that's still on the prelim. So the 7 out of whatever. But I'm gonna start at 7. Of course, the 7th fight coming down the card, but that's the very first big name fight that we got. So even the prelims, big names on the prelims. But I'm gonna start there. Dan Hooker versus Nasrat Hot Prize. Dan Hooker by knockout, taking him out. If you want to go bet on that, however you want to look, Dan Hooker taking out Nasrat. That's my first prediction. Marlon Moraes versus Marab. Marlon Moraes is the dog, but Marab can fucking wrestle. Marlon Moraes ain't quite a wrestler. But Moraes he is a beast. I'm gonna go with Marlon Moraes on that one. Not if he's gonna knock him out. If it goes to decision, he's not winning. But I'm gonna go with Marlon Moraes on that one. Then to start off our main card, we got the Tank herself. I don't think that's her nickname, but she's a fucking bulldog. Jessica Andraj versus Cynthia Cavillo. If you know me, you know I love Jessica Andraj. Just cause how she, and I ain't talking about her OnlyFans either. You nasty asses. But hey, she said she making more money off of her OnlyFans, and she's a stud. She's a stud, making more money off her OnlyFans than fighting. So, hey, but hey, Jessica Andrade versus Cynthia Cavillo. I got Andrade. She hit too hard. Only person that can handle that shit at 125 is the Valentina, who also fights tonight. But Valentina is the only one who was able to handle it. Anybody else, she crack you, you go down. She catch you with a body shot, you fold. Like, Andrade's taking that one. Curtis Blades versus Georginio Rosenstrike. Rosenstrike is a kickboxer. He connects, you go down, which Blades has a problem with because all the big punchers in the division always put him down. He's been put down by Ngannou twice. Both times with just a clip. He got a clip, bam, went down, sleep. Derek Lewis clipped him. He tried to go in for a shot. Got clipped with an uppercut, went down. Rosenstrike is another one of those guys that all it takes is a clip. He just hit too damn hard. But if Blades comes out and does what he's supposed to do, wrestle from the beginning, stop sitting up here trying to be a boxer. You're not a boxer, Curtis Blades. You're a wrestler. Come out and wrestle from the very beginning, and you'll win this fight. And for that reason, I'm going with Blades. I think Blades has learned his lesson. Stop trying to box with these guys and kickbox with these guys, and mix it up. Show them something. Shoot for the takedown. Do not sit there and be out there like you. No, you're not. You ain't got it. And if Rosenstrike clip you, you got a history of going down. So don't do it. Come out, show something, immediately wrestle. And if he does that, I'm gonna go with Blades. If he doesn't, Rosenstrike probably gonna clip me. He gonna go down. But I'm gonna go with Blades being smart and actually doing what he's supposed to do with this fight. Then you got, quote unquote, the people's main event. I I'm a diehard. All the rest of the diehards, they are like so excited for this fight, and I'm not. To be honest with you, Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler, I'm not excited for it. All I kept hearing was how good Diaz looking in these pictures and how he do triathlon and he's such in good shape and all the other stuff. But like, they was supposed to fight at 170. Last minute, the week of, Diaz comes out and said, "Hey, yeah, let's do it at 185. I don't want to do it at 170 no more." That's that typical Nick Diaz bullshit. He always pulling some bullshit all the time. Like, that shit is annoying. Like, people are fans of that shit. They think it's cool to do shit like that, but that shit is annoying. Like, back when he used to not show up to press conferences, and that shit is not cool. Like, I've never been a huge Nick Diaz fan. I'm a Nate Diaz fan, even though he kind of gets on my nerves too sometimes now, because like, he's just annoying. But Nick, I got Nick losing. Everybody else keep talking about how that was 17 years ago he beat Robbie Lawler. He not beating Robbie Lawler now. Lawler's better than he is. The last time you've seen Robbie Lawler, he got beat up, but it was Colby Covington. Like, Colby Covington beats everybody up except Usman. So I got Robbie Lawler taking out Diaz. He probably not gonna knock him out because nobody knocks out the Diaz brothers, but he gonna win by decision. It's going 5 rounds. Diaz must be in some type of weird not in shape because he didn't look that good on the scale. I'm saying, like, he didn't look that good. All this good looking I could been here, he didn't look that good on the scale. So I'm not buying it. Diaz, and last minute, you ain't want to cut that. You ain't want to cut down the last 15 pounds. Last minute, something's up, and I think he gonna get outlasted by, probably not outlasted, but he gonna get caught more, and Lawler gonna get the job done. Then we got Lauren Murphy against Valentina. Nobody beats Valentina except Nunes, and Nunes is huge. That's the reason why she beat her. 125 pounds. Nobody is beating Valentina. Lauren Murphy, talk about how tough she is. She's gonna toughly take a really bad ass whooping, like reminiscent of how Felicia Spencer took that tough ass whooping from Amanda Nunes. She was real tough, got beat on for 25 minutes. If Lauren Murphy is so tough, that's exactly what's about to happen now. She's gonna get beat on for 25 minutes. She can't hang. Nobody can. No woman can hang with Valentina's skill for skill. Not even Nunes. Nunes is too big. And Valentina still just about beat her in the second fight. So, Lauren Murphy, Valentina, the odds is what the odds are for a reason. If you're trying to make some money and you hope you can get lucky, go bet on Lauren Murphy to beat her. Because the odds are ridiculous. You don't got to bet that much to make that much money. I'm telling you. Go look it up. But don't risk a lot. Because Valentina's going to wash her. I'm confident in saying that. In the main event, Falkanovsky versus Ortega. I've been struggling with this one because Falkanovsky, he's good. I've seen him beat up really good fighters. But he lost to Max Holloway twice and got the nod, which makes me not even want him to be champion in the first place because it's just annoying that he won them fights that he didn't win. And on top of that, but when Ortega fought Holloway, Ortega got the shit beat out of him. But he's new and improved. Like his fight against Korean Zombie, Ortega's better, but Falkanovsky, he's more of a grinder. Like, he grinds you out, but with strikes, not even just grabbing you. Like, he grinds you out with strikes, which is it's gonna be an entertaining fight, but because he not grinding out Ortega on the ground. He put Ortega on the ground, he's probably gonna get submitted. So Volkanovski, if you watching the fight and the fight goes to the ground and you rolling with Volkanovski, you scream at your TV to tell him to get the fuck back up. But Ortega's a smoother striker than he is, from what I've seen in his last fight. But that was against Korean Zombie, so I don't know. But I'm not gonna tell you who to pick in this one because I have no idea. I literally have no idea. Based off of some of the little, when I seen Ortega on the Ultimate Fighter, and when I seen Ortega like sparring with his guys, he looked good. Falkanovsky, he looked regular, but he puts it together when it's time to fight. If it goes to decision, we know how the judges feel about Volkanovski. I got a feeling this fight is going to go to decision, so I'm going to roll with Volkanovski. I'm going to roll with that one. Yeah. Those are my picks. But now we got that out the way. Now let's get to some more topics. Last week was kind of boring. This week we've been having some stuff going on. Some weird stuff. So I learned a new phrase this week. Never heard of it before. I've never heard of it before, but from my perspective, I kind of thought whenever anybody went missing, it was a big deal. And the only reason why this one is such an even bigger deal is because of it's a timeline. The whole thing with the female domestic violence against guys, and dudes want to latch on to that and be like, yeah, look how they always looking out for females. And then the way the guy who is prime suspect shows back up, she ain't with him and all. I figured it'd be obvious that this would be a big story. But no. People are making this a race thing somehow. And I learned a new phrase called missing white woman syndrome. The fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? That's not a thing. If you think it's a thing, you're an idiot. You're just as dumb as the person who thought of it. You're just as dumb as the people who are backing it. It's not a thing. There's no such thing as missing white woman syndrome. It's a story. Like I said, I hate to say entertaining because someone died, but it's an entertaining story. It looks just like the shit you see on the TV shows that women like to watch about people dying and the mysteries and the cops and the detectives and all that. It's the same thing. So of course people are latching onto this story and it's becoming national news. There's a woman who beat on her boyfriend who looks like a cuck, which also makes it weird because okay, this guy is a cuck for one. He got beat on by this girl out in the middle of the road, out in the desert somewhere in Wyoming. Cops come. He asks if he can go to jail instead of her. I'd have told him to please take her to jail and get her the hell away from me. But he kind of was a ugly dude, and she was kind of pretty. So maybe that she has some type of hold on him. So that maybe that's why he was like that. But then the cops go, they take him to a hotel, they let her keep this damn van and all the other shit. But then he drives all the way from Wyoming to Florida and somehow didn't realize she wasn't in the van with him. That ain't what he said, but that's what. Where is she, yo? Where she go? How you drive? That's across the country, Wyoming. I don't even know exactly where that's at on the map, but it's far to the west and north. I know that much. And you just come all the way back, and yeah, just cops asking you, wait, where is she? Yeah. Parents like, where is she? She disappeared. And then they find the remains out in the middle of nowhere. But another thing, the person, well, where they were at, there was a serial killer on the loose there. 2 other people died in the same area where they were, right in the same time span that they were there. But was it somebody else? Was it him? Did he get scared and run away and he's embarrassed? Because he looked like a cuck to me. So maybe he got cucked by some killer. And the killer killed her and he ran away. And he embarrassed, or did he do it? Which kind of is what it's looking like happened. It wasn't an accident. Which, if I had to guess, that's what I would think. Because he didn't seem like the type that would kill somebody. But the story, like, it's TV show like, for lack of a better expression. It's TV show like. All the things I just explained to you. That is why it's got national attention. It's not because of missing white woman syndrome. What? Just like here in Cleveland when the Hispanic girls went missing in the weird dude's basement, or when Anthony Sowell, stories like that. That shit gained some traction because it was like, what? What happened? That became national news, and those were the people who went missing in the attic with Anthony Sowell were a bunch of undesirables, and the Hispanic girls were Hispanics, weren't white. It all gained national traction because they were stories. They were TV show like. That's why. If you can't grasp that, then you're a fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. And that's just that. So stop it with this whole race baiting shit. It's annoying. Stop being annoying. Stop it, please. You fucking idiots. Another thing I've been hearing this week. Okay. So apparently, right now, Drake is bigger than Michael Jackson. The fact that is even being said, or the fact that anybody could think that's even remotely comparable, you're dumb. You're dumb. Drake, really? Like, Drake got so many more echelons, so many more years, decades, anything, before he can even be compared to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is the biggest star ever. Period. Biggest star ever in the history of the world. There are babies right now that know. Babies right now. Michael Jackson been dead a long time, and his songs are really, really old. and his babies now that can sing Michael Jackson songs. Try to do the moonwalk, doing the whole little crotch grab and the neck thing. Little kids do that stuff. Michael Jackson been dead a long time, and he was doing them dances and stuff a long time ago, and them songs is so old. And it's timeless. Drake's music is not timeless. It's not timeless. The album he just put out, not timeless. I listened to that shit one time. Every time I hear one of them songs come on again, I'll be like, I don't want to hear this. And that shit just came out a couple of weeks ago. So, no. And a lot of the Take Care. There's some songs on Take Care I can listen to again. But he didn't even write a lot of that shit. So, hey, it's not comparable. Michael Jackson is the GOAT of entertainment. It's not even close. His music is timeless. His dances are timeless. He beat a child pedophile case. And still, people never missed a beat supporting him, listening to him. It never even stopped. Ever. Like, if you can beat that kind of rap in public, what the fuck this shit called? You didn't get crucified by the public, and people still like, you're untouchable. Drake's not untouchable. Drake can rap, but he's not even comparable. You got all these legends, dude. All these legends that he has to even catch up to. I wouldn't put Drake being bigger than Prince. I wouldn't say he bigger than Rick James. I wouldn't say Drake is bigger than a lot of the Queen. Drake's not better than come on, man. Come on, man. Drake ain't bigger than Wayne. He's not. Jay. What about Jay-Z? I don't even like Jay-Z. He ain't bigger than Jay-Z. Hey, what are we talking about? How did that even come to fruition that somebody would say something that's stupid? Like, who started that? So I can slap him in your motherfucking face. Huh? Who started that whole thing? We don't know. I don't know. I'm about to start talking about it because it's kind of like irrelevant because it's just dumb. And I have nothing else to even put on this shit. If you want to comment and tell me who you think is bigger, don't annoy me. No, don't even annoy me with that. Because some of y'all gonna be like, hey, yeah, it's Drake because he got Take Care. No, I'm not even about to entertain that bullshit no more. It was just a thing I heard this week, but I'm done with it. Done with it. And now let's get to something that actually is kind of comparable. Oscar De La Hoya is calling out Floyd to fight again. Oscar De La Hoya, cokehead ass, weird ass, with all the Botox in it. Can you still fight with all that Botox in your face? I feel like that'd be cheating. Like, I don't even think he can feel anything in his face anymore. He'll get hit and it won't do anything. Because he got like a face, like a clay face, like The Weeknd had in the damn video, or the big face thing from Tales in the Hood. Like, he don't seem like he can feel anything in his face anymore. Plus just all the numb face cocaine he been doing for all this time. Wouldn't even be fair. But Oscar De La Hoya calling out Floyd. I won't buy it. I don't even think I would have enough interest to steal it, to go illegally stream it. I don't even think I would do that. I'm done with Floyd. I'm done with him. I've been done with Floyd for a minute. Floyd was like my favorite for a while. I'm done with Floyd. I don't want to watch Oscar. I will watch. I will pay for Oscar De La Hoya versus Vitor if they bring that back up. Just because I want to see Oscar De La Hoya get knocked the fuck out. I will buy that. But all this other shit, I heard they talking about having a Holyfield fight again. This 60-year-old man, he can't box no more. Like these legend fights and shit. This is after Tyson and Roy Jones. I had enough of it. I'm done with it. The celebrity boxing. They got Lamar Odom about to fight Riddick Bowe. Okay. I'm not buying that shit. This Triller shit. I'm not watching it. I suggest none of you do either. It's corny. They think it's like cool that they bring fucking performances on, live performances, and have fucking commentators just doing a bunch of telling jokes and shit that ain't funny. That shit is weak. I'm not with it. The whole Jake Paul shit. The dude is a boxer now. Y'all can stop telling me he's not a celebrity boxer no more. He fought Tyron Woodley. Woodley's not a good boxer, but hey, he fought him and he beat him. So he doesn't count as a celebrity boxer no more. I actually will pay to see some of his fights now, especially because he's from Cleveland and he claimed it. He claimed it to the world. So if you're a Cleveland representative, you good by me. But the rest of that shit, I'm cool on it. Floyd and Oscar De La Hoya, and Floyd not gonna do nothing but run and tap and run and tap and run and tap, which is why he's undefeated. He's the best at running, tapping ever in history. He's not the best boxer ever, but he's the most savvy. He's the most savvy boxer that has ever lived. That know how to not take damage, get paid all that damn money, and never lose. Hey. But I'm done with Floyd. Y'all should be too. Oscar De La Hoya, celebrity boxing, and old man boxing. It's bringing... That shit is not bringing attention back to boxing. The shit Jake Paul doing is. Because he's boxing. He's really boxing. He's building a record. Fighting people that ain't really that good. Fighting people that... He kind of bringing attention to boxing. The other shit is not bringing attention to boxing. It's bringing it's not making anybody no more like aware of the big fighters because they don't put none of them on the cards. Like, so Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, yeah, miss me with it. I ain't for it. I'm not watching it. I'm not buying it. I'm not stealing it. None of the above. Excuse me. But my final take. Have y'all seen this Haitians at the border shit? This shit is wild. Like, so many people can't stand this country and talk about how they don't want to be here, how they want to leave. This country is the worst. I want to go somewhere else. Why everybody trying so hard to get here then? People are sleeping. Tens of thousands of Haitians are sleeping under bridges and on the streets, putting Skid Row to shame just to be in America because they do not want to be where they were. Mexicans, Haitians, people coming from overseas into Mexico or through the water trying to sneak in. Like, people really, really want to be here. And that whole Haitians being whipped and shit, that shit was not. That's not what was happening. They weren't whipping people. If it's tens of thousands of Haitians and you think a couple of dudes on horses is gonna get out of here, are you serious? You could run up to somebody and push them off a horse if that was the case. What are you talking about? Once again, the race baiting shit. Stop it. Stop. Some of them border patrol people wasn't even white. Hispanics and stuff. You know. The only reason why it wasn't black folks because black folks don't ride horses. Unless you like in the Carolinas or something. Or Virginia. But no. It's the only reason. So stop with the debate and shit once again. It's annoying. But what are we gonna do with this immigration thing? Like, I'm highly confused. Like, all these people trying to come in. Borders are closed. The wall was a bad idea because it was so racist. What are we gonna do? Are we just gonna free it all? Open the borders up and let everybody come over? And then y'all thought it was wrong when Trump said it. The fucking the rapists and the murderers, and they in there. Like, it ain't just good people trying to come in. It's people that's coming over here trying to. The American dream ain't always just becoming rich and famous and having the opportunity. Sometimes the American dream is becoming a famous drug dealer, and so he's gonna open the doors and let everybody in, all these people. You know what? I don't even care. Actually, open it up. Open it up. Let them all in Texas and California. And just border off where I'm at from it. All you weirdos, the weird ass liberals that want it, send them all there. All the liberal states. That's what you need to send them. Let them all in. Send them to all the liberal places. And let them take all your jobs. And let them, if they can't afford, if they don't want to work, let them sleep in front of your house. Let them set up a whole new tent city. It could be a tent city. Every liberal state. All of them. Huge tent cities. Know what y'all want? Stupid fucks. But, yeah. I've been on here long enough, running my mouth. Just had a few topics, wanted to get off my chest. Last week was kind of super dead, and I shot that short ass video, but it has been another episode of It's Only One Way with Charlie One Way. So, it's good talking to y'all again. Time for me to go do some shopping and stuff. Got stuff I need to do. But, like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. And till next time, so y'all.